Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim for The Real Sports Talk. You can hit me up on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST, and you can also like The Real Sports Talk on Facebook. Incredible game just finished up. The Miami Heat do win Game 2, 115-111 in overtime. First off, I got to give props to Rajon Rondo. 44 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and only 3 turnovers. He played every second of this game, and he played 4.5 quarters almost today. Incredible. A career high 44 points tonight, 16 of 24 shooting. That is off the charts good. He's not the best point guard in the NBA. I'll take Chris Paul or Deron Williams if I really need the best point guard for my team. But God, if I had to actually win a championship and I needed just a point guard to lead my team, I think Deron Williams or I think Rajon Rondo would be my first choice. I mean, I can't even believe the performance that this guy put on tonight. 44 points, he does it all. No point guard can rebound like him. Paul Pierce gets fouls out of this game. He even had a nice game tonight when he hasn't been great in the playoffs tonight. 21 points. Garnett chipped in 18, 13 from Ray Allen. Ultimately, just not enough depth for the Celtics. For the Miami Heat, here's where it gets interesting. They win the game. LeBron is 34 points. Wade is 23. Mario Chalmers even brought in 22. All is good in Miami Heat land. Let's say the Heat lose this game. Who does it go on? It goes on both of them. In that fourth quarter, Dwayne Wade missed a free throw that they could have won that game, even with the 3 that Ray Allen hit. And LeBron James then missed that layup. I know it was a tough layup, but you got to make it in that clutch opportunity. And then the jump shot. Look, last second shots are last second shots. Either they go in or they don't. But the point is, he shouldn't have been taking that shot. He should have drove to the hole. He had Rajon Rondo on him. He's played every minute of the game. He's probably tired at that point. You got to drive to the hole. Overall, they're going back to, and LeBron hit those free throws. I'll certainly give him credit for that. 10 rebounds, 7 assists. He played a great overall game. They're going back to Boston up 2-0, and you do not want to go there with the Celtics thinking that they had a shot to take the lead in this series. So right now they have basically their backs against the wall. Miami played interesting in this game. Rajon Rondo played out of his mind, but ultimately the Celtics team just does not have enough depth on that bench. Hit me up on Twitter and Facebook. I'll see you guys.
Hey NBA fans, before we get started with our NBA video, check out these shirts we're considering selling. The shirts will be between $15 and $20 and feature anyone from Kobe Bryant, Jeremy Lin, Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and more to come. We'll take your suggestions and let us know what you want. They come in any size, so it doesn't matter if you're big or small. Comment if you're interested, and thanks and enjoy the NBA video.
Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim. He's KJ recapping the Celtics and Knicks game. Before we get to that, again, let us know about the the shirts that we had at the beginning of this video. If you would be interested in getting any of those, it'd be between probably like $15 and $20. Some of them would actually be $12 or $13, like that Linsanity one. The King James and the Black Mamba one would probably only be that much. So we'll figure that out. Just let us know if you're interested. Also, at the beginning of this video, you see the intro all the time. At the end, there's a new outro now. It's made by Tom. Shout out to him at beforethekickoff.com. Good site. Go check that out. As we see now, the Lakers and the Heat have just gotten started, and Kobe Bryant is just going off right now. So we'll have a recap of that game a little bit later. Let's recap the Celtics and Knicks game, which for a while, early on, the Knicks had a big lead, and the Celtics got a big lead. And at one point, it was like 89-80 Celtics. It looked like it was over. And then Jeremy Lin, on one of the best hustle plays, he did not have a good game, got them back into it. Carmelo Anthony made a few big shots, and as much as I'm critical of Carmelo and I say he's overrated offensively a lot of times, only shooting 40% this season, defensively he's basically a non-factor. I have always said this, if there is one guy I want shooting at the last second, for me it's Carmelo Anthony. He proved it again today. 3 straight possessions, tied the game up, sent it to overtime, but in OT it was close for a while, and then the Celtics kind of pulled away. Ended up winning this one by 4, 115-111. Rajon Rondo I mean, Amari Stoudemire, 16 points and 13 rebounds. That's really impressive, but that's for a big man. When you get out-rebounded by someone who is like 6 foot at best, and Rajon Rondo, 17 rebounds, 20 assists, that is incredible, 18 points, and this is why I said the Celtics have an old team. If you need to move on from Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, even though they're both Hall of Famers and they've done a ton for your franchise, especially Paul Pierce, you do it because Rajon and even Doc Rivers, because Rajon Rondo, this guy, you're not going to get anywhere near the value he gives you. How many point guards will ever touch 17 rebounds? And it's not that he does this every game, but he'll give you 5 rebounds, 6 or 7 in just about every single game. There's no point guards doing that. He's become a better distributor. He's never been a great shooter. He shot 7 out of 20 today, but when he continues to get those rebounds, he's going to make up for that by scoring more points. Just an incredible game by Rajon Rondo today.
Yeah, Rajon Rondo was sensational today. He outplayed everybody on the court, even his own teammates. He was just a star today. Jeremy Lin was completely shut down by him. Jeremy Lin, like you said, he had that one play that kind of sparked him back into the game, which ultimately ended up turning into an overtime game. I mean, he just 20 assists. I mean, that's like Steve Nash numbers. That's ridiculous. And he has been really consistent with his high assists this year. And like you said, 17 rebounds. He's out rebounding Amari Stoudemire. That's just ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how to put that into words. And he didn't have that many points, but I mean, he's giving people like Paul Pierce 30+ points and distributing the way he does. It's just there's nobody that can guard him that
when
way.
LeBron and Kobe and Durant have a triple-double, that's really impressive, and a lot of times they just are lacking the assists. When a guy like Rajon Rondo was able to get 10 rebounds, get you 10 assists, and get you 10 points, that is just, it's on another level, and he's not the best point guard. I'd probably put him at like 4th behind Darren Williams, Chris Paul, and Derrick Rose. But he is playing on another level right now, as well as Steve Novak right now. He is just feeling it from 3. Was 4-7 today, had 14 points off the bench. Ultimately, I don't see the Knicks as a team that can really mess. The way I look at it in the East right now, you have the Bulls and the Heat. I think the Heat are still a step above the Bulls, but I think the Bulls are really the only team that could potentially beat them. And then after that, you have teams like the Pacers, my Sixers. I think the Celtics, honestly, are probably the best team in the Eastern or in the Atlantic Division, and I think that they'll probably end up winning that because the Sixers have really struggled as of late. So I think that there's 2 real contenders in the Eastern Conference right now, and unfortunately these are like the 4 and 5 teams or the 3 and 4 teams, but I just do not see a way. If any of these teams are going to do it, they're going to have to make a big deal at the deadline. The Knicks have no ammo to go make a big deal. They've kind of done that over the past 2 years. The Celtics would have to get rid of probably Paul Pierce to go make a big deal, so it doesn't make sense. They need another big body down there. If they could get a big body and they could play like they did today, Paul Pierce with 34 points as well, he really was feeling it in that second half, especially in the third quarter. If they could go get another big body, I mean, listen to what this starting lineup did. 34 points for Paul Pierce. Brandon Bass, who's actually been one of the more underrated players this season, 6 of 11 shooting, 5 rebounds, 18 points. Kevin Garnett at 18 points. Ray Allen, and I mean, Ray Allen, you guys know, he can go off. He didn't do much today at 12 points, but he did hit some big shots. And then we mentioned what Rajon Rondo did. If they could get one more guy to the point where you could get Brandon Bass coming off the bench, that's what they're lacking. They're lacking bench depth because Michael Petrus did just about nothing today. They need one more big body, and they could, I still think, make a run at maybe beating the Bulls, but I have a tough time thinking that they're going to beat the Heat after watching those two play each other last season.
Yeah, I agree, and I think if they got another big body down there where, if you notice, when Kevin Garnett isn't in the game, they get hurt on the boards a lot. And then with Brandon Bass, I mean, if he gets in foul trouble or something, he only got you like 5 rebounds, so obviously he's not doing that great job on the boards. I mean, the 18 points helps, but if you got another big body down there to rotate with Kevin Garnett and Brandon Bass, that would be huge. That'd be huge for the boards. They would be able to play a better down-low defense, and they wouldn't give up so many second-chance opportunities, which is what really killed them today, even though they won the game. That really, I mean, Tyson Chandler was getting offensive boards like it was nothing in the beginning of the game. So, I mean, if they can lock down on that, they'll definitely be a a higher seed in the playoffs.
And the Knicks have to start playing better defense, and Jeremy Lin's got to get a little bit more consistent. Turnover-wise, he's
all over the place.
Yeah, you can't turn it over 6 or 7 times and
expect to win.
Game. Yeah,
and then there's players like Landry Fields who is usually consistent, but then he has a 3-point game. He has 1 assist. He has 1 rebound. I mean,
the guy that they really got to get going is J.R. Smith, though.
Yeah, J.R. Smith's a huge. He's streaky.
He's 0 of 3 from 3 today. I remember watching the game like 2 weeks ago, his first game back, and they said he's either going to win the game for you or lose the game in a lot of cases if he takes a lot of shots. And today, he didn't lose the game, but he certainly didn't help. 0 of 3 for threes and 1 of 6 from the field. So he's got to step it up. The Heat right now have got to step that game up because Kobe Bryant is just going off. We'll get back to that game later. For now, I'm Sammy's KJ. Hit me up on Twitter @CashKelly_TRST. See you guys later.